Kia ora. This video is designed to introduce you to a structured tool that you can use to make decisions about whether and how you take part in social activities now that COVID is in our communities. The idea is that having a step-by-step process means we can feel confident that we've thought through all of the things that we need to think about to keep ourselves and those we care about safe. We can set the worry aside, and if doubts about our decision pop up, we have this to refer to. The aim is to avoid having the thoughts going around and around, as that's the thing that can get really tiring and can be distressing. So I'm going to take you through 6 questions. There's a template for the tool on the Kahui Oranga website, which you can use to jot down your answers to the questions. You might want to pause the video at each step in order to complete the template. The first thing to do is to jot down the activities or situations that you're thinking about. Next, note down your personal circumstances. And there's 2 parts to this. One is, are there any extra health risks that you or your whānau would have if you catch COVID? So for example, if someone has asthma or other health conditions, that would be an extra thing for you to think about. Secondly, what would be the practical impacts if you or whānau became a close contact or contracted COVID? So that might, for example, be if you've got someone that you care for, or maybe a pet, or some commitment that it would be a real challenge if you were unable to do it. Next, we're going to think about what are the things that make you feel more safe or less safe. So for example, what are the vaccination status of you or the other people that you might be with? Is it indoors or outdoors? Can you wear a mask? Can you distance? And how long will you be there? So now you're ready to start to weigh up and consider the relative risk. Can I do this and feel safe? Can I do this in a different way that makes it feel safer? Or is it something that I don't feel safe to do? This is a bit of a shift from our previous approach of a more black and white, yes or no, you either did or you didn't. Now we're adapting and adjusting much more to how might I reduce the risk and increase my sense of safety and confidence and be able to do the things that I want to be able to do. All of these or any of these answers may be right for you. It really is about that balancing and knowing that you've thought about it in the way that you would make any decision in life, that you've considered all the options and you've landed on, this is the best option for me. Then you can remind yourself when you start worrying about whether it is the right decision later on, that, yep, I did think this through, I weighed it up, and I came to a conclusion based on the information I had available to me. An important part of this is to think about and talk with others who are part of the decision making. So it can be useful to have a conversation with the person or the people that you would be meeting with. Together you can talk about the risks and some possible ways that you might reduce them. Together you'll likely come up with an even better plan than you would have on your own. The last thing to think about is planning for the unexpected, because we can't control everything. So what will I do if, for example, I get there and people aren't wearing their masks? That will come down to you as an individual. You might think, well, I could just say, please, would you mind putting on your mask? Or you might be one of those people who goes, oh, that sounds like a terrible thing to do. So you might retreat. Or there might be someone else that you could ask, who could request the person to put their mask on. Have a think about, what would I do if this thing that I can't control happens, because we can't control other people's behaviours. We hope that this is a helpful tool that supports you to feel calm and able to make decisions about risk and safety.